And we know that his personality,
he gonna make sure
as soon as he get through that door, he's gonna pick the lock, break the door, go in the back, open up the other door, open up
and
this
let
window.
us all in.
That's just the type of nigga he is, just really. So we automatically knew that like this. Listen, we pushing this nigga right here. Everybody want to listen to this nigga bark. Let this nigga bark. Let's go. Right. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was the street team. It wasn't like, let me get him, like he had a street team from Def Jam to Sign Third. I was a street team. I had on DMX motherfucking shirt to Stop Drop on it. Man. You know what I'm saying? Out there, marching with him out there in Mexico and all that. You know what I'm saying?
What it is, what it ain't, man. It's your boy Tonii, and we at Unc Spot Podcast. And I'm here with my...
It's your girl, Asia Bella. Hello. And we have a legend in the building. Drag on. What's going on?
All right, what's going on with you? I'm good, man. I'm chilling.
That's right. What's up, man? Man, you a legend. Originally from the Bronx, New York, right?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, hello.
Actor, you feel me? I think I wanted to tune into I ain't gonna say tune in, but I wanted to kind of start off like with some real deal questions, and cause me and you kind of got the same story. You feel what I'm saying? Just coming up, mom on drugs, dad. Mine the same way. I was adopted at 2 years old. I mean, not 2 years old, 2 days old, I'm sorry. Born in the county jail. It's that in the third, man. And I was kind of been watching a couple interviews and stuff, you know what I'm saying, just trying to educate myself on you. And we basically like kind of got the same story. You feel what I'm saying? And being raised from older women, and your grandma actually, you feel what I'm saying? Teaching you how to be a man, and you having to go to therapy and all that like that. Like, how was that coming up? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was real different from the word. If once I say, I used to always wonder, like, why is this happening to me, this, that, and third, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I don't have any brothers or sisters from my mother or father, so it's just me. So I'm just like, all this is happening to me because it's just me. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to adapt to that joint, you know what I mean? Real quick, we're just moving from place to place and all that, you know what I'm saying?
And that'll make you like kind of like grab on the brothers, you know what I'm saying? You grow up,
Yeah.
Feel what I'm saying? And then being misled. You feel what I'm saying? So it just like, I ain't got no older sibling to tell me, hey, nah, this ain't it. Or
right.
no dad to, hey son, this ain't the route we going. You feel me? You kind of just had to really kind of catch on that. You know what I'm saying?
I either had to catch on or hit the wall and learn from,
the mistakes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the era you came up in, that's when crack hit the floor.
Yeah, it was rough.
Listen, you're from a whole different era, a whole different generation. Like, what was it coming from that era? Like, would you change anything about it? Do you think that we're a little bit more privileged or what? Because it was definitely a different era.
Yeah, it was a different era, like, you know what I mean? But each era got its own, like the vicious part about it, though. You feel what I'm saying? Because back then, I could easily say shit was crazy real back then. But shit crazy real right now, too.
Yeah, history repeats itself.
Yeah, I mean, so it don't really change when it come down to the hood. Like, the hood gonna just always have that vibe, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, it's gonna take some brothers to actually, go out there and lead by example.
That's a fact.
The hood gonna always be the hood.
That's a fact. That is a big fact.
So it's still real to me.
Right. So, me coming up, I always been like tuned in to the gangster movies, and a lot of the movies was coming straight out of New York. You feel what I'm saying? Especially where you got stories about Bumpy Johnson, and you know what I'm saying, them apartment buildings like the Carter, you know what I'm saying, King of New York, all that shit like that, bro. Did you ever witness anything like the Carter? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like the building that I actually was raised before I moved to my project was crazy. You know what I'm saying? For real. That joint was like, like it wasn't like an abandoned building, but it was definitely on an abandoned block, and everything was real rough like that. You know what I'm saying? So I seen that like firsthand. You feel what I'm saying? Like the Carter, is actually like a real life story. Like that building is still there in Harlem right now. You know what I'm saying? So that joint was like, like all throughout the hood, you know?
Oh, so you know what? It was actually like a dude moving like that for real.
Yeah, like, yeah, like you could go to Harlem right now and see the Carter right there where they shot the old joint and everybody in there still right now. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that stuff was like really real. Like we really seen that. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, like when people be talking about like Florida and you know what I'm saying, you got bass head, rock head, Marley heads, whatever you want to call it. I don't think nobody ever experienced that era like New York.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, I just think that like for instance, I'm originally from New York. When I moved to Florida, and when someone like one of my friends, when I gained a friend, whatever, and she's like, "Oh, I live in the hood." I looked at their hood. They hood look like houses or apartments. It's so nice compared to like where we're from, where it's let it be known like these buildings and stuff. These are the projects. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I moved out here, it was kind of like a cultural shock for me. So where I was just like, this ain't no hood, but it is the hood. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, these houses, this block and the block over, like
we got parts like that in New York City, like Queens. I mean, you know, like we got certain parts of Queens that look nice with nice houses and stuff like that, but they'll blow your head off.
Oh yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's when
go over there,
mm-hmm.
sleep and think shit sweet and
exactly
different.
And that's when you learn, like, you know, that mindset that you thought you have, like, no, like the hood could be anywhere, like for real, like.
Yeah. Like the West Coast like that too. They got the nice houses with the grass cut and all that stuff. You finna say, and you can go out there and make the wrong turn and
you know what? I ain't gonna lie. Coming up from down here, me personally, I used to think New York was sweet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't, you know what I'm saying, meeting somebody, and this is no disrespect to New York, no up north, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, when they, like, talk, like, when I hear somebody talk from New York, it's just fun. It's like, it was funny to me, like, you feel me? It's like, they'd be like, yo, what's poppin', son? You know what I'm saying? And new shit right now, they be like, my heart and all this shit like this, and my beloved, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying? But it's some real gangsters up there, bitch. Oh, yeah, real deal, like, you know what I'm saying? And I actually done been up there 2 or 3 times. And that shit rugged.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I seen a motherfucking rat look like a flappy. Swear to God. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like real trenches. Like, feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been in a few buildings where they shot hardball at. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, you feel me? But on another note, man, the Ruff Ryders.
Yes.
The Ruff Ryders, man.
Listen, the impact, like I said, the impact that y'all had on me as a kid, I was influenced. You get what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not understanding the lyrics. I'm a kid, you know, so I don't really understand what's going on. So I know, like, as a kid, like, you know, my parents, like, what are you listening to? You can't listen to that. But I don't understand the lyrics. All I know is I see y'all all in these bikes, these 4-wheelers turning up. I see the vest, the chain, and everything. I'm a Ruff Ryder. And then especially with Eve, like, forget about it. Like, she won, like, out of it. It was real deal, little pimp for me. But yeah, so I was definitely a Ruff Ryder. And I remember in the hood, especially in the town, shout out to Stapleton, whatever. I remember in the town, I remember a group of my friends, they was repping D-Block, a few repping Dipset, and I was hardcore Ruff Ryder. Like, I was a Ruff Ryder. I don't care. Well, no, even though technically I'm not a Ruff Ryder, but I was a Ruff Ryder. Couldn't tell me nothing. When did you realize, like, you know, because it's natural for you, like, you're a part, this is your family. Like, when did you realize, like, man, like, we really doing it? Like, we're really impacting we're on a whole nother level. We're not regular, pretty much. When did you realize that?
Well, I kind of realized that, like, before I even, like before I even got there, you know what I'm saying? You know, because when I got there, like, the Locks was already, like, pioneers to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they was already had songs out with Little Kim and doing songs with Mariah Carey and on Biggie album and Biggie shouting it out.
Jaden on
You was battle rapping before all that.
Yeah.
So you already came lyrically inclined.
Yeah, word. You know what I'm saying? So let me, you know, like, when I got there, shit was already kind of lit already. You know what I'm saying? So once I got there, I was just really just worried about making sure that I could hold my weight.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because I already had to, you know, like, as soon as I got there, like, I had to do songs were giants. You from that?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Kids, you got the Styles, you got the X with the big strong voice, and I'm 17 with a little voice, so I'm trying to learn how to project my joint. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Well, I say, so this is something that I noticed, and I don't know if you heard this before. I feel like, and this is, I know you and X had a special bond. You know, would you say that you guys had like a special bond? But I feel like you almost sound like him. Have you heard that before? Like the way you guys
first got there. Yeah, I mean, you know, like a lot of people's like this, yo, it's like Baby X word, you know what I'm saying?
That's
So
a fact.
Like, I mean, you know, like I and at the same time, like I liked it and stuff like that, but I definitely had to work on it though, you know what I'm saying? So like that's what made me come up with the fast flow, and was like one of the first dudes from the East Coast to just want to do songs with niggas from the South. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to be different. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to just be locked. I mean, you know, like I mean, you know, like to be I mean, you know, like to be categorized and all that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. You want to be your own person.
yeah, like I wanted to do songs with P.D. Pablo. I wanted to do songs with Cash Money. I wanted to do songs like you from the, like when niggas with Twister and all that from the Midwest with the fast flow. But gee, like them, you know, because at first niggas was calling me like Baby X.
Yeah.
Which was cool, you know what I'm saying? You know, because I learned a lot from him and from the Locks. You know what I'm saying? So
How do you remember? Where were you? Like what? Where were you when you got that news that he was gone?
Man, and I was in California. Were you from what I'm saying? And I actually knew that he passed away before a lot of people. Like, you know, so when I had posted up my post, like, I was already in shambles for like 2-3 days when niggas seen me actually react to it. You know what I mean? You know, because I ain't going front. It took me a while to really, you know, like, yeah, I mean, you know, like for the first year, I would not accept it. You know what I'm saying? For real. I ain't even want to see no RIP X. I didn't even want to look at that. Like, soon niggas would say that shit, I would look away. You know what I'm saying?
Being an artist, bro, that shit hurt my feelings, bro. You feel me? Like, and X had an impact on me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even with like storytelling, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, X come from that. And then I'm not, me personally, me and X had something in common too, because I can get lyrical, but I'm going to carry the room with my voice.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like, even when I speak, a bitch gonna listen. You know what I'm saying? When he rap, the nigga gonna listen.
Yeah. Right.
You feel what I'm saying? That nigga, you know what I'm saying? To come in that bitch and, hey, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, come and sit down, you folks. Like, so it was just like me just hearing that. I'm like, hell no. But I was kind of watching, like, you know what I'm saying, the videos and the interviews and shit like that, bro. And I seen him going through it, bro. And you feel what I'm saying? I know you was one of them people that watched somebody close to you go through that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I don't think that he had that person to, like, was it somebody around him just trying to, like...
Yeah, we was around him. I'm talking about, listen, we used to, I mean, you like the story goes on and on how we had to be, you know, extra supportive of X. Like, where you from? I say, like, you know, like, even though we was artists and stuff like that, but we was like his street team too. Like, we was, like, we had to be on him and make sure he was straight word, you know what I'm saying? Because X is just cut from a different cloth, you know what I'm saying? He come from a real dark part, you know, like a real dark part of New York, you know what I'm saying? You know, so, you know, he really had like a dark life, so we actually had to be extra supportive on him.
And you know, like, I never noticed, like, you know what I'm saying? And I could be wrong, you know what I'm saying? But niggas ain't really play with, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas come around, you know, artists, they ain't play with him. Man, how you feel what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, you feel me? Just watching. And I'm you know what I'm saying? People used to ask me, like, what my double R on my face stand for, but it stand for really righteous, you know what I'm saying? But most words I done misconstrued is, like, Ruff Ryder, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, but y'all had them chains, y'all had the R, and, you know what I'm saying? It was just, like, y'all really kind of, like, set the way for, like, look at these niggas now, dirt bikes through New York, Harlem, Bronx, Brooklyn, all that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, before Ruff Ryders, you know what I mean? You know, you had to wear, like, shiny suits and ties and bow ties and flying around and stuff like that in videos. And I mean, you know, like us, like we the ones that paved the way to where, I mean, you know, like a lot of, I mean, you know, like a lot of street niggas like yourself and me and him and if I say can actually come out and make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't gotta have all that flossy, glamorous, like you know what I'm saying, pull up in $1 million or $2 million car world, you know what I'm saying? Cause that's not where X came from.
Yeah, and that's and you know what, bro? Some real shit. Like people, like I get a lot of people on my talk, like, bro, you ain't on the rapper that ain't got no chain made. But I had this shit. This was a gift a long time ago. You feel me? I ain't into that.
Yeah,
but all the niggas that got all these views and this, that, and the third and get paid attention, always all in the blogs and shit like that. Like I got way more views and shit, more interaction and all that shit.
Right.
I could go in the club and get respected, go in the hood, get respected, and it choir rehearsal when I throw the mic in the crowd. You feel me?
Right.
In my city, you feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's where you come from, how you hold yourself, you know what I'm saying? Right. And what path you walking, you know what I'm saying? Being righteous and standing on principles and morals, you feel me? That's gonna get you further than the big ass chain and the $300,000-$400,000 car, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I kind of click and grab on to niggas with a story. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that willy foo ass bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, your story is real.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't know you really grabbed your mama, locked her up, and hey, hell nah.
Hell yeah, for real.
To make her right.
Make it all right, you know what I'm saying?
That's deep.
Everybody ain't doing that shit, bro. Yeah. Niggas ain't doing that shit. Nah, I know niggas that are, serve their mama.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Killing her by doing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, bro. And you feel me? Like, it's bro, this shit, it's really checkers. Right? No, it ain't even checkers. Like, it's chess. And it's more than chess sometimes, bro. This shit really get down to, well, you gotta stop, put the music to the side and think about what the fuck really going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? All that bullshit, worrying about what the media gonna post. Like, bro, my mama over here going through it. My dog over here going through it. Right. Y'all want me to be on scene. Y'all want me to be seen. That's not what's happening. Not with a real motherfucker. This rap shit can wait.
That's it.
So have you ever been in a situation where you feel like this rap needs to be on pause in my life right now, even though this is your livelihood, where you felt like you just lost some interest?
When my daughter was first born in 2008, like I kind of just, you know what I mean, just focused on her for at least for like the first 3-4 years.
Oh, okay.
Like I still was working and putting little stuff out and stuff like that, but I was really just focused on my daughter. You know what I mean? But, yeah.
So you going down the line and speaking on your success, you know what I'm saying? Bro, you got to work next to Steven Seagal.
Oh yeah.
You got to work with Steven Seagal. How that was, man?
Yeah, Steven Seagal was actually a cool dude. It was actually crazy because none of the other actors that was in that movie liked him. You find out, say, as far as his personality, you know what I'm saying? But he was dumb cool with me though for some reason. You know what I'm saying? So me and him got along.
Hey, you know what? People don't like what they can't be. You know what I'm saying? When you a person like that can walk in that bitch and run the room, Steven Seagal was a big thing back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was playing in all the movies, breaking niggas' hands and shit like that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And even down to that, was it that role? It was that role, or was that role where X was like, nah, bro, my boy coming.
Exit wounds. Exit wounds where he was not. It's like either it's you or like it's nobody.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's like, how does it feel to have that loyalty?
He kind of did the same thing. I mean, well, he didn't have to do it that much for the Cradle to the Grave joint with me and Jet Li, but for the Exit Wound, he definitely
like that's the one he did it for.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, you gotta put my man. Listen, if you don't have a brother, it gotta be my man Drag, or I ain't gonna better do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I got that first one. You know what I'm saying? So I made sure I killed that one. So the second one, they was kind of cool with me, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. And you know what? People ain't having that kind of success story. You know what I'm saying? Like, just from where you come from, you know what I'm saying? Battle rapping, you know what I'm saying? Ruff Ryders to movies, you feel me? And you on albums, you already done sold, you know what I'm saying, over 500,000 copies. Like, you know what I'm saying? How was it being on Interscope?
It was cool. When I say, I actually got a chance to sit down and eat with Jimmy Iovine and all that stuff, like, you know what I mean? you know, and I actually got a chance to meet Eminem before everybody met him.
Oh,
Or, I mean, like before that, hi, my name is like, I met him probably like a year before that and we came out.
Yeah, 50 said that's like everybody don't like. They think he just a crazy white boy, but he really a real nigga.
Yeah. Nah, like, I mean, like at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like Eminem put on a lot of black people though. Word, ones I say, like, I mean, like all the artists he put on and gave a chances and stuff like that was all urban people. You from I say, and I mean, at the end of the day, that's all good with me.
Yeah, I see this. I forget the artist's name right now. He a white boy. He coming up. I think he out of Texas. Got long red hair. I'm trying to think of his name, but what's his name? Wack 100 was just speaking on him, and he actually said he be saying nigga and his shit. And he
you know what? I seen that dude.
and get what he said in the interview. He say, shit, I feel like I could say nigga because it's family. Niggas don't did more shit for me than my own kind did. You feel me? White boys, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, bitch, I came out the hood with these boys. I'm been locked up with these boys, went to school with these boys, did so dope with these boys. Like, you know what I'm saying? I been had a pass. And if a bitch did give me a pass or didn't have a pass, I still got that pass. You feel what I'm saying?
Still acceptable though.
But the urban, like the urban, and with Eminem, like, you know what I'm saying? You got to think. That was his brothers that put him on. They were urban. They were black.
But I don't think Eminem uses the N-word though.
He did.
Oh,
he did.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I mean, how you feel on that take? Like, you all right giving a white man a pass to say the N-word?
No. Nah, I mean, I'm not knocking him. Like, whatever he doing, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, if his homies is allowing him to do that, you know what I'm saying? But
I ain't letting my homegirl.
So like, how would you feel disrespected?
I would feel as though, I mean, he should go out his way to find another name to call us. Word. Before I say, it's not really. I mean, like what you gotta understand, it's not really about him. You know what I'm saying? Because what a lot of people don't know, I mean, like I'm super deep in the Bible, and a lot of people don't know that we was called niggas in the Bible. Well, you feel what I'm saying? So it's way past him. It's just how they drag that title through the mud. You feel what I'm saying? Because nigga was actually like a way how you just describe a person that was dark skinned. Right. You know what I'm saying? Far as in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? But then
they put a negative impact on it.
It changed to a mockery.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. You know what I'm trying to say?
The Spanish word for black is negro. You know what I'm saying?
Negro. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they use it as Negro. You feel what I'm saying?
In the Bible, the Spanish niggas was niggas too.
That's a fact.
Everybody of color is niggas.
Fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the melanin skin, I don't give a damn if you Chinese to a white man, you a nigga. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, do you have any memorable moments, maybe an exclusive story that you've never shared before that was your ultimate remembrance in hip hop? Like something that was just like, this was my best time ever.
I really got a lot of best times. You feel what I'm saying? Like my best time in this rap game was when I'm in the booth.
Okay.
When I say, because I'm really like a different person in there, and I could really just, just release in there. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be about bars or spitting about the story or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Have you been in the studio with one of the big dogs, as you stated earlier, and you felt like, oh man, like he's giving me a run for my money. I definitely gotta come hard. Like, do you remember like who that artist might have been?
DMX, Jadakiss, Styles P, and Sheek Louch.
And they all got bars for days.
Yeah, like far as bars and stuff like that. Know what I mean? Like not really too many other artists. I mean, I personally looked at as a threat.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
it's just like motivation, like.
And I'm a fan of a lot of different artists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, just me having to be in the booth and do songs with them I mean, I had to make sure that I'm on my A game. You know what I'm saying? Because they always was on their A game.
Yeah. Well, hip hop is a little bit different than your era, So how do you say you're fond of maybe I guess an artist or so? Like who's that artist right now, that newer generation that you're like, I'm fond of this kid. Like I like what this he or she got going on.
I like Rowdy Rich.
Roddy Rich, yeah. Shout out to Roddy Rich.
Like I like Kendrick. I like J. Cole. You know what I mean?
I'm fucked up by Joyner Lucas.
Oh no, hey,
that nigga nice.
I'm a big fan of Joyner Lucas.
Lucas,
you know what I'm saying? He's dope. I've actually downloaded like 2 or 3 of his albums, on my phone and all.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of new artists I like. Word, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of bullshit out there too. Like
it is a lot, man.
Man, mother music is starting to become for dummies though. It's gonna dumb it down so much that it don't got nothing in it to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like it's not no real, like real inspiration. Like you gotta really find an artist that give you inspiration. Like
yeah.
So,
everyone
you okay. This I want to ask somebody from New York, a GOAT from New York, who had a bigger impact besides from New York, Biggie or Jay-Z? Cause it's always you know what I'm saying, and then Nas be coming in the equation too.
Nas is just.
Yeah, Nas is just everybody's favorite.
Yeah, Nas is like,
he's just everybody's.
Come on.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
Biggie, but when Biggie was around and Nas was around, like, Hov was still there, but Hov wasn't Hov. He was just like Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Biggie and Nas and Pac is like, that was the wave right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then you had Hov, like, in the background underneath them. Still dead nice, you know what I'm saying? But that was the wave right there. Like, the Biggie, the Pac, the Nas. You know what I'm saying?
So, because, when you get on the topic, when I be talking to people from New York, they kind of say, like what you just said is Biggie, Pac, Nas, and then a lot of people say that Hov was overrated. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that's what I done got a couple times. You feel like that?
Yeah, well,
in that era. Like, you know what I'm saying? Did you think he piggybacked off of the, like, because Pac and Biggie died, like, right back to back. You feel what I'm saying? And then Nas, like, but Hov just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like me, I don't really take nothing from Hov, though. You finna say, once Big and Pac passed, I could also, I could really just say he saw the throne open.
And he just went for it.
And he definitely did exactly what he was supposed to do to get it. You feel what I say? Right. Because all that music he came out with is like, yo, you can't take away from it. It's fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? For real. He dropped albums that's fire. He dropped singles that's fire.
Right.
So let me.
What about Diddy?
Like what about him?
With Diddy, you know what I'm saying? I really feel like, in the era of Biggie, you feel what I'm saying? And all the controversy that was going on, you feel me? He got, I think, even though he had a big part in Diddy and Kim and all of them, like, his flame came up under him after the passing of Biggie. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Like, yeah, Biggie was, like, toting that name, but Diddy was known for, like, dancing in the damn videos and shit. Mm-hmm. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Kind of like, really, to me, like, shining on that man light when it was really like, you know what I'm saying? Just like when the camera's on you, the camera's supposed to be on you. And me personally, I preach this to a lot of people that don't work with me, bro. Like, if you the producer, you the cameraman, you the engineer, I'm the rapper, and we all got this one dream. We all one team. Why y'all niggas trying to rap right now when it's my turn?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So you agree with that?
What? Like,
if you were seeing, like, everybody focused on the artist. You feel what I'm saying? You the cameraman, you the engineer, you the producer. Then, out of nowhere, bruh say, bro, I'm finna start rapping. Okay, I'm gonna support you because you my dog. You feel what I'm saying? But right now, in the light of me, it's the light of me, bro. I got the motion. I got the most motion, but we don't got time to stop right now and build your motion, bro.
Right.
Let me kick the door down. Let us get us in there. And then we can do what the fuck we want to do when we get in there, bro.
Yeah. I do agree with that.
I fully agree with that.
I agree with that.
Because I mean, far as at the Ruff Ryders and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like DMX was Batman and I was Robin, and I enjoyed being Robin. You know what I'm saying? Because we understood
The
the plan. And I say we understood that, okay, he's the one that's breaking through. So I'm not out of nowhere, you know what I mean, trying to be that nigga. Like, no, right now we know that X is that nigga. Like, like we all went to Cancun, right? And we all had on DMX shirts. Everybody was the street team for DMX.
I know that's
that
right.
because it's his time and we trying to make it. And right now the eyes is on him. And we know that his personality,
He gonna make sure.
as soon as he get through that door, he's going to pick the lock, break the door, go in the back, open up the other door, open up
And
this
let
window.
us all in.
That's
it.
just the type of nigga he is, just really. So we automatically knew that like this. Listen, we pushing this nigga right here. Everybody want to listen to this nigga bop. Let this nigga bop. Let's go. Right. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was the street team. It wasn't like, like he had a street team from Def Jam to Sign Terror. I was a street team. I had on DMX motherfucking shirt to Stop Drop on it. Man. You know what I'm saying? Out there marching with him out there in Mexico and all that. You know what I'm saying? That was the biggest promo right there. You know
what was that crowd, man? What show that was, bro? I think it was like what was it, like 50,000, 100,000 people?
Where at?
It was like a epic, like it was like a viral moment, bro, when he performed in front of it. It's like a whole bunch of damn white people. Like, bro, it was so big.
Oh, and he was outside?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, that show, I actually missed that show, you know what I mean? But that was epic.
That
was like some rock and roll shit.
That was from rock, like the Hard Knock tour, bro.
Oh yeah. And that's when he came out growling like, and the whole crowd just went crazy.
I was there then. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think Jay-Z talked about it. Yeah. Because Jay-Z thought that he was going to be like, he was like, man, everybody going to love me. But he was like, Jay-Z literally said the reaction that DMX got, he didn't receive. He was just like, it's a rap.
That's what, if you want to talk about energy rap, that's who started that shit. Yeah. That's who motherfucker get on that bitch and yell at you and you just like been way from Florida up to New York, you gonna sit your ass down and be like, it's your granddad, like, sit the fuck down, you know what I'm saying? Yo, sit your ass down. Like, and you gonna sit down and you gonna listen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I, me personally, when I start coming up writing, bro, like you, bro, I wanna work with DMX, Trick Daddy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This, you know what I'm saying? Like, Wade Pop, Biggie, like this is me thinking like this, bro. Like, all I knew is I'm gonna be this big artist and I'm never gonna just like get myself stuck in one spot.
Right, word.
I'm never gonna go nowhere.
Like the minute I got in the door, I was like this. Yo, that dude Juvie over there talking that real street fellas. Like at that time, like Juvie was like my first like trap hearing type of nigga that's talking that trap shit first for me. Like this, yo, I was thinking talking some, like he really had to do this shit right here. He talking some real street shit. Motherfucker, feds run up in your crib, huh? You got $1,000 total, huh? I'm like, hold on. I do a song with that nigga right there. And like, I mean, but and I learned that from Biggie though. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I love Biggie music. Everything he did for New York was crazy. But when he did that song with Bone Thugs, I just wasn't expecting that joint. That joint hit me different. I was like, see? Everybody want to be categorized.
Yeah, that was different.
Need to be reaching out because I think that's what helped him too. You feel what I'm saying? People listen to Biggie all over the world, you know what I mean? Because he was able to change his flow. Grab your plate, give that shit. Like, the Chi-Town niggas is like, hold on, this nigga done got on our shit. Wait a minute. Oh my.
He ate that bitch.
Yeah, he ate that and went in. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like me doing songs with Juvie and Petey Pablo and Baby from Cash Money and Twister and all that stuff. And all that shit came from me watching Big, like doing certain things. And I'm like, yo, I like how that joint turned out. That
being versatile.
That threw me for a loop. And Big and Bone Thugs, like you never would have saw that with the type of music he was putting out at the time. And what Bone, like, and then it just linked. I'm like, how Big is gonna rap on this joint? He can't do the same flow. And then he used their flow. Beautiful. Like,
the shit was beautiful.
You know what I'm saying?
And niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, niggas will sit themselves in the corner. I hear a lot of artists saying, yeah, bro, I do my own thing. I don't need to listen to nobody. I think you're going to always be stuck.
Yeah, hell, trust me. You
Bro,
definitely gonna be stuck.
you're gonna be stuck. Like
Yeah.
you don't wanna when you say, I want to do my own thing. I don't want to sound like no nigga, this, that, and third. I worry about me. I stay in my own. Listen, bro, it is okay to piggyback off a motherfucker that's successful.
Yeah. Like my thing is, look, I mean, far as trying to sound like them, no, but you can grasp and get inspiration from it.
See what
Like,
they doing,
you know
you know what I'm saying?
Like you can't just listen to your music all day. No, you feel what I'm saying? Like when Kendrick just dropped his last album, I went out and bought it right away. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like I went on my phone and downloaded that joint ASAP. Like,
And it was ass.
Yeah. And it's fire, you feel what I'm saying?
Why they was hating on him for the Super Bowl real bad.
Yeah. Like the dude Playboy Cardi, he just dropped the album, I think like last week. I downloaded it right away, ASAP. I don't know him, but it's inspiration on there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, he's new generation, so
like,
dope.
it might just be a beat that he be using. What you follow what I'm saying? Because he be picking some crazy beats in that Playboy Cardi.
Yeah.
His beats be fire.
Yeah, Playboy Cardi's
So
just,
you
when
know
I
what?
tell him that all the time.
Let me download. You know what I mean? And hear it and get that inspiration.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Word, you know what I
I
mean?
use this cheat sheet. A lot of people don't know. I use a cheat sheet. So I look at the Billboard Top 100. You know what I'm saying? And I check BPMs and I check to see if the producer on one of these records is on there twice. You know what I'm saying? You see that? Then you can go listen to the type of beat. You feel me? And then you catch a wave on it. Then I go to TikTok and see what's kind of trending. You feel what I'm saying? I go to IG and see what's trending. I see what's in the algorithm, and then, you know what I'm saying? I use my flow and take that shit and run with it. Feel what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like that's a good ass cheat sheet for other artists, bro. Pay attention.
Yeah, for real. Pay attention. Do your due diligence. That, study this joint. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of rappers out here that don't even know who Pac is. Why?
That's crazy.
Like, why you don't why you don't know who Biggie is? Why? You feel what I'm saying? Because when we came in the game, like when I came in the game, I knew exactly who Cool G Rap was, Big Daddy Kane, Rock KRS, Heavy T. I knew who paved the way for me.
So when you in this game, you need to educate yourself on who these people.
But you gotta know it's hip hop. If you want to be a part of the culture, you gotta.
A lot of these motherfucking youngsters, they ain't got no respect. And the only reason why they ain't got no respect due to the older artists is because they don't know who the hell they is. So what made you start, you know what I'm saying? Even though you came up listening to Young Boy and, you know what I'm saying, these are kids that's coming out now, or not even coming out now. Young Boy, let me see, like T.I., my era, Dro, you know what I'm saying? But I always caught on the trick that I always call it Biggie, Pop, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
X. Y'all boys really paved the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like y'all flowers is not giving enough. You know what I'm saying? The new generation, I feel like need to educate themselves on a lot of shit that was really going on. Like, why you and your homeboy got dirt by clicks and motorcycle gangs and shit like that? Did you know that Ruff Ryders? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't know that, these niggas that's really claiming gangs and shit, bro. The biker gang is bigger than all this shit.
Yeah.
The police respect them more than...
See, but that comes from all the labels now. They don't do like the artist development anymore. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You have to be already established. You got to be already done did what he just said what he do. Mm-hmm. And then did that like 10 times. And then that's when they're going to be like, yo, you know what I think of what, you know what I'm saying? But back then they actually had artist development. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, meaning like you might come across an artist and be like, he got super potential, but he's not quite there yet. But I think if we put him underneath the umbrella and brush him, he gonna be good. Mm-hmm. That's what a lot of artists was back in my time. You feel what I'm trying to say?
Absolutely.
Was, you know what I'm saying? So when you don't have the artist development, you really don't have nobody telling you like, all right, look, you gotta attack this situation like this. You wanna why? Because Pac attacked it like this, and then Big came back, but then you had the Wu-Tang moving as a unit. Mm-hmm. So you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nobody telling them and teaching that. You feel what I'm saying? Which I kind of respect though, one why, because these young niggas, they learning on their own in their bedroom and they uploading them buttons and they learning on their own. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of the shit comes from the record label from just not teaching them. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? And all you doing is sitting back waiting to see a motherfucker that got 1 million streams and then you go holler at him. You know what I'm saying? But you don't even know how you got that million streams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So that's what it is.
Well, I know you a songwriter as well, and then you won a Grammy.
Yeah.
Right? And you won a Grammy for?
I won a Grammy for a song that I did with the Marleys.
Nice. How did that happen?
I mean, you know, I went to Jamaica for the first time.
Crazy.
Right? Mm-hmm. And the Bob Marley museum that they have right now, that was actually their studio first.
Mm-hmm.
So I went in there, and I think I met Sean Marley or Izzy Marley, one of them, like you from I said, and then he said, yo, he played this joint, and he had Capleton on the hook.
Mm-hmm.
I was already a big fan of Capleton. As soon as I heard his voice, I recognized him right away. I'm like, oh, you want me to get on this joint? Oh, hell yeah, I'm going to get on this joint. You can't be serious. Like, you know what I say? Because I was already a fan of Capleton.
Exactly.
And then they put the song out, and the song won a Grammy, right? Which the Ruff Ryders never got notified. So I actually just found out maybe 5-6 months ago.
Really?
Word.
In 2025, 2024.
I just,
That's
this
crazy.
whole time I've been
So
Grammy
how long
Award
has it been since you won that Grammy? When did you win that Grammy?
I won that Grammy back in, what was that, 2001?
That's crazy.
Stomped out when I got out here.
What?
Dead serious. Like, I met a dude, and he still work with the Marleys to this day.
Did they see your shit?
You got your plaque? What's
No, I know.
on?
The plat is from March 1st to June 1st, so he working on my plat now.
Okay. Dope. Well, that
You ever thought about
was great.
like starting your own label and dealing with other artists? Or?
Yeah. I got my own record label right now called Hood Environment, you know what I mean? You know. And I had a few artists and stuff like that too, but a lot of things started happening, different managers and stuff like that. So I kind of dropped the situation, but we definitely finna get back to it.
Okay.
Well, all right.
And your new projects, you got anything new going on? Listen, I went across your IG, your bars is still there. You ain't never lose it. And you're looking more youthful than any of these new niggas right now.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So, yeah, right now, I'm working on this album called Terry Son.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm also working on The Opposite of H2O Part 2.
Oh, that's going to be fine.
You know what I'm saying? We worked.
Yeah, The Opposite of H2O was your first album, right?
Yeah, it was.
I'm going to do Part 2 of that.
Okay, so I have another question. How was it? Because you did say you became a fan of Juvie. So when you did Down Bottom with him, right? How was that? That link up and everything?
Shit was crazy. Because that was the first, time that, because when I first came into the game, I thought all rappers was in the studio together and they did it. But nah, I laid my verse in Yonkers, and I sent it to him,
mm-hmm.
and he laid his verse in New Orleans and sent the joint back.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the first time I met Juvie actually in person,
mm-hmm.
that song was already #1 in the country.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Well,
that's crazy.
Well, you got the credentials. You got the credentials, and then, you know what I'm saying, with all the things that you done been through life. I mean, I heard you say, well, I know you had to go through therapy. I know you went through therapy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then you say,
I got a bad speech problem. You know what I'm saying? I was born stuttering.
Right. I stutter too, but my shit come from I used to pop mileage back in the day. I ain't gonna lie. When I was a jit, you feel what I'm saying? And when that shit came out, it switched. Fucked around and popped one, and damn near lost my mind for a week. And my speech just kind of fucked up. Nobody know. I never told nobody that shit, but I get on the internet and, so a few people know it. My dad know it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't kind of been, sometimes I got to stop and think and process my shit before I push it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of people ask me bro, the ones that do know, how you can get in the booth and not, it's because it's already there.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, and I don't know if this is 100% true, but when I actually researched it, they say that when you're talking, and then when you singing or rapping or something like that's really two different parts of your brain.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like it's the same because you rapping and you talking, you use your voice and all that stuff. You know what I mean? But when you singing or rapping, you on a time. You feel what I'm saying? You know when that next bar got to hit. You feel what I'm saying? But when you talking, it's no time. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know, I got stuttering on both sides of my family, which is my mom's pops, my grandfather, and my real father on my father's side. You know what I'm saying? So that's why mine's is kind of bad. So at the Ruff Ryders, like my shit was even worse than this. In 2017 or 2018, I started taking classes and researching and learning how to actually do these interviews. You know what I'm saying? Because these interviews right here, I used to run from these joints all day.
Right.
Word up. Like, that's it. I just be like, you drink what it? I'm like, got Kids of Styles right there, bro. Look at
Like something you had.
look at Eve.
Something like it's something like Eve was something to look at too. God damn.
I'll be like, yo, look. You know what I'm saying? Word.
But that's something you had to overcome. And I noticed, like, when you said you had to go through therapy, you know what I'm saying? The booth came more therapeutic than the therapist.
Yeah, right. Yep. But once I actually learned exactly how to do it, then you know, then I became a lot better with it. Word. I mean, you know, because I was real bad with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For real. I'm talking about growing up from when I was born.
And I know we got to get ready to wrap this up, but you said earlier, like, and in a few of your interviews, you like big in the Bible. You feel what I'm saying? You read that Bible, you stand that Bible. And you feel me? I know the Bible. You feel what I'm saying? You know, if you a black brother or sister, 9 times out of 10, if you came up out the trenches, your grandma raised you and she had you.
You was going to that church.
You had to go to church. It was nothing like you couldn't say you had to go to church. It was nothing on the plate that you couldn't tell your grandma you didn't eat. You couldn't be in the rooms with grown folks and this, that, and the third. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like is the Bible is something that you turn to before you turn to a friend?
Yeah. I mean, you know, like me, like I studied the Bible as an Israelite. So let me like we really read the Bible and really
Dissect it, break it down.
and dissect it. You from I say precept upon precept, line behind line. So like we really be trying to understand and be trying our best to follow the commandments. You find I said because see church and stuff like that. No disrespect to everybody that want to go to church. If that's what makes you feel as though you're close to God, do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just church doesn't preach the Bible though.
Nah, they preach what they want to preach.
Church will pull out the Bible and read 4 scriptures and then give you inspiration for 5 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No. When you teaching that word of God, you're supposed to be teaching the word of God. He don't need help. Like God don't need help with the words that he left for us. He actually broke everything down far as to the dietary laws. Like you finna say like you're not supposed to eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, or any type of shellfish. He made that to keep the oceans clean. Like the reason why a lot of our oceans are brown and dirty is because we are eating the things that God made to clean it.
And all the black people that's you know what I'm saying? I eat seafood. I do. I ain't gonna lie. But if you don't know that crab, shrimp, lobster, all that whatever, that was given that was given to us as slaves, like to hey man, here, eat that, find some.
That's exactly how we started doing it.
That's why the culture is so big. Like black people love seafood more than anybody, and the reason why a lot of people don't know, the motherfuckers who serve it to us the most is the Chinese. Why? They don't like niggas either. You feel what I'm saying? Like they know where they can come milk at. You know what I'm saying? But another time, you know what I'm saying?
I want to say one more thing because this is something that went viral today with Marvin Sapp, where he demanded his whole congregation
close the doors
to everything. How do you feel about that? He was like, everyone needs to at least donate $20, and then he said, like his pastors on the stage with him, oh, you guys got to donate $100. Like
horrible.
Okay, yeah,
that's horrible.
That's crazy,
man. You know what?
That right there is full blown black. See, you find out this is what I be trying to say. Like, all right, look, and I don't want to get too deep where you find out this shit to go viral. I ain't trying to Kanye myself. I can't get out of it. But look,
you can't get blackballed. Nobody owns you.
I'm gonna say this: these churches, right? What they do is they say everything's about the New Testament. The Old Testament is about us, right?
Yeah.
But they keep the tithes.
Yeah.
The tithes is from the Old Testament. It's not from the New.
Mm-hmm.
So you decided to demolish everything else except for that collection plate.
Mm-hmm.
It's bullshit.
Mm.
He had them people in their hostages kicking horrible jokes, and it wasn't funny. Where you from? I say like God don't like that at all. You from I say because when you read the Bible, and you actually read that Bible, bro, you will see God is against every and all religion, all of them, bro. And listen, from 5 to 21, I grew up underneath like the Nation of Islam, as far as the 5% Nation of Islam. From 21 to 43, I was Baptist. I touched it all, bro. You finna say until I came into this truth of understanding that I'm an Israelite. They really read the Bible and really break it down. And if you really open up that King James with the Apocrypha and understand, you will read it. You will not see not one religion in there.
That's true.
You know,
God and Jesus is against that, both of them.
you know what? And it's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Because what they call my religion is not a religion, but it's more of a spirituality. You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of I'm Ifa. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like everything that was in the Bible, we was already standing on that before. You know what I'm saying? Like the sacrificial lamb and all that. I believe in that. You feel what I'm saying? Like I believe in giving that to my ancestors and stuff. Like I'm more of my ancestors. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, like you just said, the New Testament, they don't remix it so much to the point where, no disrespect, I don't be want to hear that shit. Just because, bruh, you lying. That's not what it say.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what it say. But you're gonna preach to me and make me believe that, because like you said, you'll read 4 scriptures and then explain to me like it's like I'm not a rapper. You're rapping to me right now. You're rapping to me right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's no disrespect to no religion. But you know what I'm saying? When we get on this type of topic and when this conversations, this is how we're gonna talk. Now if you try to tell me, oh, that ain't the right way to do it, then how is it? Because your way ain't the right way to do it either. If you telling me that's not the right way, what way it is? Not the New Testament.
Yeah. Like what you got to do is read the Old Testament and the Apocrypha and the New Testament, right? And when you read the New Testament, right, when Jesus was walking around healing people, what was he telling them after he got finished healing them? Now, he would say, now don't tell nobody what I just did. Go back and preach the Mosaic laws from Moses. All Jesus did was big up Moses, bro. So everybody that's like, oh, no, you can't do the way. All right, bet. Well, let's go see what Jesus said. Boom, in the red letterman. Oh, go follow exactly what Moses told y'all over 1,000 years ago. Those laws still stand. Like you from the say, like a lot of people say, oh, he fulfilled the commandments. I could show you over 20 scriptures where Jesus was keeping the commandments, all the way down to the fringes, bro. You from the say, keeping them. So why would he abolish them? Like you from the say, like why would he tell you, listen, it's okay to kill. Just have your faith in me.
That's not
That's
right.
dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
That don't make no sense, bro. You find what I'm saying? So when you really read the Bible, you really understand what he really saying. You know what I'm saying?
I seen a song go viral the other day. And this kid, he made it to debut. I don't think he got viral, but it caught my attention. You know what I'm saying? And he had a song and he was asking questions. And he said, he was talking about the 10 Commandments, and it said, thou shalt not kill. You feel what I'm saying? But what if you put in a situation where you have to?
That's
You're protecting your family. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's different.
It's different.
It's different, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, like, listen.
Because if you know Moses,
the 12 disciples,
yeah, go ahead.
There you go.
I know what's going on.
He caught a body.
He caught a body.
What? He caught a body.
Yeah.
In the book of Exodus, he caught a body. Wonder why? Because he seen one of his brothers. He knew that he was an Israelite. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Because Moses was from the tribe of Levi, right? So he would be a Haitian today, right? Boom. He saw one of his peoples getting slaughtered, and he killed that dude. And God did not punish him for that. Word, you feel what I'm saying? Because he was protecting.
That was a righteous act.
His Israelite brothers. And that person who he killed wasn't an Israelite.
So, back to the world and telling these folks.
Yeah.
Understand
it. When you're going by the book, and this is the New Testament that a lot of people are going by.
Mm-hmm.
When you say the Bible says, make sure you took that scripture and you decoded it and you broke it down and made sure you put it into.
Read the whole content of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't read the 3-4 scriptures and then start preaching and rapping and all this shit to make me believe. Read what it says.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And give it to
12 like the 12 disciples and a lot of people that Jesus only dealt with. They was goons, bro. Like they wasn't
thugs, murderers, rapists, all that.
like you find like a lot of people they was just no. They was goons. You feel what I'm saying?
Come on, and people don't know what murder is.
That's why they say
People don't know what murder is. Was being smoked and this is being burnt as incense today.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Myrrh. But all the disciples, they smoked that. It's called myrrh. I don't know if you've seen it, you know what I'm saying? But when I didn't understand a lot of things in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because I always listen to somebody tell it to me.
Right.
Besides open, but they said if you ever want to keep knowledge from a nigga, put it in the book.
Put it in the book. All you gotta do is put it in the book. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, far as the closest book that I've seen and did research that's closer to the ancient text will be the King James 1611 with the Apocrypha. So it should be 66 books. You should have 80 books. Or you know what I'm saying? Because the Apocrypha is about 300 years of Black history.
Is it any way you can get me one of those?
Oh yeah. They could. Oh, you know what? They got those on Amazon. I'm gonna show you what it look like right now, though.
This is deep right here. Y'all don't understand the energy that's shifting right now. Like this real deep.
I think you know a lot of people don't be wanting to talk about.
They don't want to talk about it because of what might happen. You get what I'm saying? The criticism that we might gain behind this and stuff. But
Yeah, my phone don't work in here. Hold on, got it. Hold on. Hey, this is it right here. It's taking a long time before my shit to load up. But this is it right here. Well, I was just saying.
It's getting real deep in here, y'all.
Yeah, it's with the Apocrypha and that stuff too. Gotta say with the Apocrypha. I have to.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, like we done had many interviews, and I'm telling you right now, this is like the most educated one. Like this was really, really nice. This interview was dope, and we are pleased and honored for you to step on our platform and give the opportunity of your time, and then like I said, showing the righteous way of you as well, beyond, hip hop. You get what I'm saying? Like we see you, like who you are as a man. So that was dope that you opened up to us like that. That was really, really
that's
nice.
a topic, you know what I'm saying, that we have to go. That's a topic that you've been going for
hours.
That'll keep us going, you know what I'm saying? But
we was supposed to be listen, his team in the back was telling us about 20 minutes ago, time, but no, like this is real conversation. You get what I'm saying? So it's so natural right now. So it's like I know we could go on and on and on and on, but that was real. That was really, really nice, and I really enjoyed this. Like for
you, have you linked up with any Israelites down here?
Yeah, one and stuff like that. But I be in cahoots with the Sakari.
Okay,
like, you feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then I also deal with a few people from IUIC and stuff like that. But I really like that. But I really like the Sakari doctrine. Like, I mean, because they like they really break it down. You feel what I'm saying? You should research them, bro. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
But I see a lot of Israelites.
And they're young.
A lot of them, especially downtown Orlando.
And they're young like us. You feel what I'm saying? Like I seen some high priests. You feel what I'm saying? Like big priests inside Sakari that's 21 years old, bro. Bust this joint down to you. You know what I'm saying? And have you Googling and check for yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Because God said, in order for you to get the fruit, you have to research it yourself.
Right.
You feel what I'm trying to say? Because when you find out yourself, it just hit different. You be like, oh, well, you said that? Oh, let me see. Like, oh, snap. You feel what I'm saying?
And it's crazy because I'm really like a history nerd. You feel what I'm saying? So, and when it come down to like hidden colors, like, you know what I'm saying, if anybody know what hidden colors is, it's like it break down the truth of Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? Like them hidden colors that don't nobody know about. You feel what I'm saying? Like, man, we gonna talk later. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even with the CDC, it's a lot of shit going on that our people don't know about because they won't open up a book or they won't take the time out to do no research. You feel what I'm saying?
And do me a favor, everybody, anybody that's listening to this podcast right now, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Type in Caesar Borgia.
Caesar Borgia.
That right there should blow your mind right there. Caesar Borgia. CEA, I think it's SOR or COR. And his last name is Borgia. BORGIA. Trust me, everybody going to be like this, but who's that? You're going to be shocked of who pop up. Dead serious, real. Y'all could do it right now and call my bluff. Trust, you're going to be shocked. Caesar Borgia. CEA COR BORGIA.
Look, everybody in the room's into it. They Googling right now. Like, this is for real, for real. This segment is real.
Tell me what man pop and tell me who pops up right quick.
B-O.
Hold on, let me see.
CEA COR, last name BORGIA. Caesar Borgia. Huh?
Cesar.
No. CEA or CEA COR. Caesar. Right? And then his last name is Borgia. BORGIA. And tell me who pops up right quick.
Is it this one right here?
Who's that?
Yeah, this is it right here. The Catholic.
Look.
Roman Catholic deacon.
That's the man that everybody been praying to all our lives, thinking that he's Jesus. His name is Caesar Borgia.
This the white man, blue.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Huh?
But you know what?
Now keep in mind, I didn't tell none of y'all to type in Jesus at all. I told you to type in this man's name and who pops up. Come on, bro. Listen, I'm deep in this Bible. And the scripture is actually in the Bible saying that they was going to do that. Come on, bro.
That's crazy.
1475.
Yeah.
Most of being a member of a powerful Borgia family and inspiration.
Catholic Roman.
His father is Pope Alexander the Sixth. Right? And he had the Michelangelo and the Donatello. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Who the Ninja Turtles is named after. They was all like Renaissance painters.
Mm-hmm.
And they was paid to repaint over all of the prophets of the Bible, including Jesus.
Of course.
And they used Pope Alexander the Sixth's second son to play as Jesus. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the same dude that we all grew up on in our house.
So, and RIP to Mr. Mike. This was a guy that kind of enlightened me on a lot of these things.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wants you to tell me like that Bible, the one that's broken down and fucked up is Shakespeare. So there was a lot of Shakespeare going on. It was about that. Whatever, I could never understand it, but Caesar and all this is what he was telling me. You know what I'm saying? And he made me do my research. It's like, bro, if you look at the ancient, like the Greeks and the Roman Catholic, all this shit like that, all this shit is just like Shakespeare's.
Shakespeare. They stole our Bible and wrote another Bible and gave us the slavery Bible. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So all that is like facts, bro. Like, you for trying to say like super deep. I mean, you know, and when you study the Bible as an Israelite, you're forced to learn all of these things, like all of that thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like the Apocrypha. It's important for you to have the Apocrypha and to make sure it come with it. Or if you want, and just in case you buy it without the one who the Apocrypha, go get the actual Apocrypha book then. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to be a small red book. That's 300 years of Black history. You feel what I'm saying? And it was a dude named Martin Luther, right? Not Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Is like a Roman or a Greek dude or whatever he was. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that took the Apocrypha out of the Bible. When God specifically says in the Bible, do not add or subtract from this book. You know what I'm saying? So it's important that you get that book on because that's your history. 300 years of it too.
The importance of us and how powerful we really are. You get what I'm saying?
So the book that you've been paying attention without the Apocrypha is basically like the shit that was just given to us, like a rule book.
To dumb us down.
Yeah, like you just missing like 300 to 400 years of
So
and
that explains, if you ever seen 12 Years a Slave, you ever seen Django.
Mm-hmm.
This was a perfect movie on that when the brothers, remember the white brothers, they was out there whooping one of the slaves, and they was reading the Bible.
Mm.
And in the Bible, they was reading the commandments. But I bet you that was the book without the Apocrypha.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
You feel what I'm saying? But if you notice, this is why we couldn't read, because the Apocrypha was really, I guess
they didn't want us.
They didn't want you to read that because it was already there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But these are the same like Nat Turner. Like what is Nat Turner?
Yeah.
Nat Turner. That they actually sent him to different goddamn camps and shit, plantations.
Yep.
To tame our people.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as he read the Bible, what happened?
He went against it. He went against the folks.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he said, you know what? Let me sit back and just go like this right quick. Flip the script on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, hold on, wait a minute, I didn't know this. Tell you, the minute he read the research I did, the minute he read the Bible, all that changed. All that changed, bro. He changed all that. Like, hold on.
You think the Panthers moved off that Apocrypha, or did they have their own message?
I mean, I
because
don't
what they was
how deep they was into the Bible and stuff like that, but I understand the righteous movement, like you finna say, and like.
Did you agree on that movement was righteous?
Yeah, like I mean, you know, like anything that's actually for our people and trying to protect our people.
Hello.
Things that was going on, I don't knock it. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? But like, my thing is, all the answers is in the Bible, bro. All of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, damn, I want to like keep going, but I just want to say this last thing. Like they started education systems for our people. The Panthers did. You feel what I'm saying? They started after school programs for our people. They even started like fundings and shit, college fundings and shit like that. And then now to this day, you got Trump deleting the education system. You know what I'm saying? But man, it was good having you, dog. I'm definitely want to carry this conversation out the door. You feel what I'm saying?
Right
yeah, we're gonna go eat, man. But man, drag on, man. It was a pleasure having you on Unc Spot Podcast.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Tonii boy.
And it's your girl Asia Bella. Hello.
So boy, Gag to the dash.
What's up? Better
Get
leave
it.
that jit alone. Come get up. Okay, that